Okay, we're opening the meeting at 7:05. Bill, since you're not here, would you like me to sort of run through the agenda?
Yeah, Ken, that makes the most sense. It's clearer for everybody there.
Okay, good. Hopefully it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are there any adjustments to the agenda? No. Public comment, are you here to comment or?
No, I'm just here
Okay.
to.
He's with Heather.
All right. We have one member of the public here and they're observing. I've read the January 2nd minutes. I don't have a copy of them here. Did everyone else read them?
I did a long time.
Yeah.
Yes, I read them.
Yeah, I read them today just to brush up and I thought they were very good minutes and didn't really see anything that needed changing in there. I don't know if anyone else wants to make a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept them as written.
Okay, thank you.
I'll second it.
I'll second it.
Thank you. All those in favor of approving those minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Bill Irwin says aye.
Thank you. It's unanimous. But Brenda's not here tonight.
Hey, Ken, could I
Yeah.
say something? I just want to thank Tammy for everything she's doing to keep us on track administratively. She's really been very helpful with the agenda and the minutes, and I really couldn't have done it without her this past month. I've been out 4 weeks on the road, so it's very, very kind of you and very much appreciated.
Thank you, Bill. My pleasure.
Thank you, Tammy. I second that. So there is no ZA report because Brenda's not here. Okay, this next item is we want to talk a little bit about in-person attendance for the Planning Commission. Does anyone have anything to say about that? I think last month we talked a little bit about, it seemed like if you can make it, we would like us all to be here just because it's a little more easier to.
Right. This came up, and the reason I think I brought this up last time was because we just had a conversation at the library about it. And we were wondering at the library if there was like a consistent thing in the town of an expectation of what that should look like. And we've sort of decided that the expectation is that everyone's there unless someone's sick or, and some situation where, or the roads aren't safe. We've had that a couple of times too. So,
Or they're traveling.
so that,
Car breaks down or.
and so we just didn't know if that was acceptable in the town. And so I asked that question here last time.
I don't know if we have the voting power on that.
To make that,
To make that decision. They're not leagues in towns and cities. So,
Do they have a regulation?
And that was part of the question.
that's what I'm actually putting in for training with the VLTC to make sure that, we do exactly what's we anticipate us to do. So we don't get any recalls back. There's been 4 towns in within 100-mile radius that have had decisions recalled because they have not been following the rules correctly. So, and as if you were probably hearing and after that, I said, we need to tell the line, make sure we do everything exactly because we're not dealing all of the time with people in our town.
Increasingly not so.
And you understand where I'm coming from with this, because she was in all the meetings and so wasn't John. And why that I'm, because we don't have any recalls done.
Neither one of those parties were from Bay.
Familiar, people, everybody knows us, we're dealing with people who aren't in our town anymore. So, and they're coming in and buying, having camps and other things, and we just want to make sure it was, that was ZBA board was, that was a tough hearing. Couple of
It
hearings.
was an expensive hearing.
Very expensive, and the town pays for it, and then. How much was that?
$6,200
Lord have mercy, a little bit of a,
Fees or something, or?
attorney fees.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So I would suggest.
Sure.
Sure. Exactly right,
That was the beginning issue.
yeah.
And then the issue grew.
Right. And that's kind of why I pushed the email thing was I don't want any emails coming to my personal emails anymore. The last ZBA, there's lawyers and everything that had all of my personal emails. Just, that's not something I'm not. Email, some of us can email from our work email. I think my employees would be upset if I no, my email through my work email. So for me from now on, either unless the town is gonna do the emails, and I'm not saying ones that get publicly put on the website for anybody. I'm just saying communication among all, I'm comfortable having vendors and everybody else having access to my personal email.
Yeah,
You know, it felt uncomfortable to me.
I think we all feel that same way. We just want
Yeah,
commission business to happen here.
Yeah.
right.
Right. And in person.
So
Right.
to circle back around. You sort of got off topic a little bit. It's
Yeah.
important stuff, but
Mhm.
do we able to make a decision about the expectations with meetings or not? I mean, I'm not.
I
clear.
could email VLCT tomorrow
Mhm.
morning
Yeah.
and get, because they have attorneys.
And
they
if there
have-
is an expectation, I mean, if there is something that's already,
And-
out there, that would be
And of
great.
course, right now, I think like Zoom meetings and everything, they're kind of, they've been extended. I mean, we could
Mhm.
even, they just rebooted the permission to have town meeting via Zoom again
Hmm.
or remote with
Right.
Australian ballot, which we're choosing not to do, but that was just a reboot because of
Yeah.
But, hey,
recent COVID and all that jazz and,
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
you know,
think,
for towns to
I
get
don't, I
back.
don't know about the legality of it, but I think we all are, I feel like if you can make the meetings,
Mhm.
try to make the
Mhm.
meetings here.
We should try to be here.
Now, if we can keep them on the same, which we're supposed to do, we're not supposed to keep switching them around, you know, we're supposed to have them on a set day. I did look into that and they are still saying set days. So they should only be extended, you know, of like holidays, you know, if we're, you know, having a holiday or something like
Or a
that. but-
town meeting.
Or town meeting, correct. You know, or if something tragic happens,
Town
you
meeting
know,
eve.
because all you need is like 3 to vote, 3 to 9. 3 to 9, you have a max of 9 and you have to have as little as 3 to have a binding vote. So I did do some researching into that, on that as far as that's concerned, so.
Is there any wording about if you need to postpone the meeting for a couple of weeks, do you need to warn it before, like how much time?
Yeah,
before?
because it's the timage. I can't remember what it is. I'd have to redo it and see if they've updated it since
Uh-huh,
So it's a
COVID.
longer time
Yeah.
than normal.
There's special meetings, special meetings.
Special meeting?
No, if you had to promote, if you had to postpone it. I'm gonna.
See,
yeah,
honestly,
let's see.
the minute Bill sends me the minutes, which is generally within the week after our meeting, he also sends me the agenda for the next thing.
meeting.
Not that day, I put it on the town website. So this
So it's
agenda's been on the
released the week.
website since January.
right.
Right.
Then I post it physically the week before. So I think
We're
we're
covered.
good.
Yeah.
For this meeting.
As long as
But
you-
if you're gonna reach out to the LTC, I would reach out to them because I know that was another stickler thing about switching the meeting
Okay.
dates. Because some people have it on their schedule when to have their people here. Sometimes Jarvis, you know, oh, I know, you know.
They will talk to me about
Right,
that.
but they don't always have to. It's a
But they
public
always do.
hearing so that people can show up to the meeting and have the expectation we're gonna be here on that date. That is another thing I found out too. So,
Yeah, but we're telling them a month in advance is gonna be
Yeah,
Right.
Right.
That's a date. I think we're
I
fine.
think that's
Well,
pretty,
you know what I could do on the general website page, even where it says we have them the first Monday
Mhm.
of the month, I could add something. Typically the first Monday of the month.
Yeah.
You know, but check the agenda page.
Yeah.
To make sure, to confirm.
yeah, and Bill, in that, in the minutes there, that Bill had mentioned that.
And that's
what
another
you said.
warning.
Mhm.
It
'Cause
says-
I did look at some other towns and they have specific dates and they're like, we always meet the second and the fourth.
Yeah.
And, you know, and that's it. And so I was like, oh, okay, so they are still really, I thought maybe that had gotten a little flexible with COVID, you know, because what are you gonna do if half the town's left?
Well, that's it. I mean, we'll
You
just
know.
say, you know, typically. But
Mhm,
check the agenda page to confirm.
mhm. But yeah, Zoom, I'll probably still do Zoom, just because of my work schedule. You know, sometimes I'm not out in time.
Mhm.
Sometimes I'm still working. And, you know, and I have to be conscious of, you know, my time at work. Yeah.
Okay. All right, any more discussion on that, or? Okay, next item is the 2023 election, which is coming right up. Heather, I think you were up for election this year.
Yeah, I almost, last day, I almost didn't do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was
got it, you got your signature?
kind of getting, yeah.
Final year, because she was appointed.
You're running? Good, great. Sounds like,
Oh, that's right, you were up too, because you were just finishing.
No, I was appointed.
You're appointed, so yeah, yeah, that's right.
2 year, now she's running for the one of the 2 year.
Confusing.
all
Very
right, that's
confusing.
good, and then. So the March 6th is the next scheduled meeting, but that is the night before town meeting, which possibly means there'll be,
Well, isn't that the night too, when we meet with the school too, so I can't see how that's a good.
yeah, so let's,
Because this will be all set up for town meeting. It's not gonna be looking at us. I would avoid that
Yeah.
evening.
Bill, what's March looking like for you?
It'd have to be.
Yeah, I agree with everyone that changing it to the third Monday would be a good idea again. And, you know, if it's giving anybody some sort of agony to have the date switched periodically because we're trying to have fullest number of participants that we can, we could switch it to that day of the month all the time. But frankly, I think with 5 people, there's always going to be somebody, and somebody's going to have some challenges. And I think it's nice if a town can make some adjustments for that. So this sounds like a good time to make that adjustment, and makes sense to maybe move this one from the first Monday to the third Monday in March, would be the 20th.
That
Okay.
sounds good. I'm gonna take that as a motion from you, Bill.
You know, I don't get to make motions, so that's really nice. Thanks, Ken.
Anyone wanna?
I'll second it.
Alright. Anyone opposed or all in favor, say aye. Aye.
With that
Bill
being said,
Irwin says aye.
I actually won't be here that day because I'll still be in California. Yeah, I'll be flying back from California on the 20th. So, but that's okay.
You okay to miss
Yeah,
that one?
that's- Yeah, because I couldn't make the 13th either, so. It's
All right, well, we'll have to be without you that night.
fine. On
That's-
vacation.
You can zoom in that day, right?
Yeah.
On the plane. Actually, thinking about that, I might be in the Outer Banks at that day. But that's okay, I can zoom in that day.
I will most likely be here.
Me too. Unless they're boiling. Okay, well, it sounds like we,
Oh, maybe,
20th
no,
will work.
nope, actually, I'll be here, so
right.
sorry, everybody, I will be here.
Good.
Maybe, sorry to get you excited.
Well, that concludes our agenda. Is there any other business anyone wants to talk about?
I can think of none.
Any motion?
Big smiles.
Motion to adjourn?
Amy,
I'll
second? All those in favor? Oh,
Bill Irwin says aye. The only thing is though, I think this is the shortest meeting and you've done it without me, Ken. Really kind of bothers them, you know?
We didn't have to mute you either. Yes. All right, so meeting adjourned.
Sweet.